In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some easy, no sanding needed terrazzo trays using JDiction ResinCrete Eco Resin and their ResinCrete colors. I'm going to create my own terrazzo flakes and I'm going to be using black and blue. I wanted a dusky blue color a little bit darker than those I'd already created before. I took, how much did I take? 50 grams of powder and 15 grams of water. And I'm going to mix that up and split it between half will be white and half will be the blue. And the past week, I've gone on this ResinCrete deep dive. I saw something on Instagram by the account Resinista. That's where she did this because every time you see people doing terrazzo, they're putting in all these chips into the mixture and then they're sanding it down, trying to get the chips to come out. And it's just way too much work for me. So when I saw this little trick from her, I figured, let me try this to see if it worked. And it did work the first time, but my chips were too big. So this is my second attempt, and I even have a third attempt coming later this week or next week. So I'm adding 4 drops of blue. I add 1 more drop of blue and 2 drops of black just to darken it up because I wanted more of a dusky blue color, not quite black, not gray, but not as bright of the blue that the blue creates on its own. And this was the second time I did this. By the third time, I used a different piece of paper. But what I'm doing is I'm just mixing up the color and I'll spread out the white first. This is to create the chips themselves. And this is just wax paper. And you just spread it out. The first time I did this, I had it really thick and I got really thick pieces and I had to use like a mallet to crush them. Here I got a little bit thinner, like I didn't want them too wispy because I figured it would just turn to dust because this is ResinCrete, eco resin. So I'm just spreading it out, and as you see, it's kind of shrinking in. In the next video I did these on parchment paper, and it was much easier to get them off. Still kind of pulled in a little bit, as you'll see here when I'm spreading it out. It's wrinkling the paper. But with the parchment paper I'll show it in the other video, you just roll it up and you basically just crunch the pieces together and it works perfectly. So I'm just spreading out the 2 colors here and I'm going to let them dry. It takes a little bit longer for thinner eco resin to dry than when it's in a mold. I think I left these for half a day because I had something else to do. But basically I'm just spreading it out there, trying to get it not too thin, but not too thick. And I didn't show crunching up these pieces because it was a mess on this wax paper. And there I'm using the mold that I hate so much because everybody uses this mold. And there are my tiny chips. I knew I didn't want thick chips, but I didn't want tiny, tiny ones either. And what this is the big trick that Resinista, I don't know where she got it from, if she made it up or heard it from somewhere else. You take the liquid part of your eco resin, if that's the kind you're using. I think Jesin or Jesmonite has a liquid and a powder. Or in the case of using ResinCrete here, it's 2 parts white glue to 1 part water. And I'm putting it down, and as you see, it doesn't stick to the silicone. And the first time I tried this in another pour, I'm like, this is not going to work. But it did work. So I just was very patient. And of course, I've sped this up like 500 to 600%. But basically, I'm just laying down the little pieces. And terrazzo usually wants 70% coverage, or maybe that's just on floors. Who knows? But I'm just using a little paintbrush and making sure all the little pieces are saturated and moving them around. I didn't care if they got in the edges. I actually put some of the glue mixture out there as well. And seriously, I thought this is not going to work. But you'll see in the end that it does work, so I do it again with another color. But it looks like I played around with this so much, and I'm like, this stuff is drying up. It's not going to stay here. It's just going to look stupid or disappear. And as you can see, I worked at this for quite a bit. But there's a couple hours later, look, it's stuck down there. How exciting. So I'm doing the first tray with the hot pink pigment. And for this, again, there's the ResinCrete. I mixed up 200 grams of powder to 30 grams of water, which was not the correct mixture, which you'll see here in a moment. You have to really pay attention to this stuff, and I usually don't measure in grams since we measure in ounces here in the United States. But as I'm mixing this, I'm going, well, it is kind of pancake battery at first, but I'm like, this stuff is really thick. And then it dawns on me somewhere here that, oh my God, I needed 60 grams of water, not 30 for 200. So it's 100 to 30, 200 to 60, 300 grams of powder to 90 grams of water. So I went and grabbed another 30 grams and threw it in there and mixed it up really quick. And ResinCrete does give you some work time. It doesn't start setting up really fast. So I had time to add that extra bit of water and then start adding my colors. And the only thing that's hard too when working with these eco resins, these dyes, uh, it's not like with resin where you kind of know 2 drops or 3 drops. I started off with 3 drops of the pink. Then I think I added 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, and then 2 more off camera. So how much is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 drops total. Because I did want a bold pink color. I didn't want just, wispy pink or whatever. And I think I came up with a good end result. But it's funny, it's a very hot pink tray, but it doesn't photograph very hot pink. I don't know why. Maybe my iPhone doesn't like it. So there, this mold takes the 200 grams of powder to the 60 grams of water, so 260 grams total. And you just pour it on the top. No mixing extra chips in there or anything, which makes it easy after you've spent 2 hours laying those chips down with the glue. And then you tap it to get rid of any air bubbles. And then 20 minutes later, it's ready to demold. And let's see what we got. Isn't that cool? So that glue gives some sort of a shine to it. I've heard you could also use varnish, but I haven't tried the varnish yet. But I did like that. All I had to do was sand off the back a little bit, the sharp edges, and then I just gave it a spray with some liquid varnish. So here I won't take as long. I decided to do another color because I like that one so much. And again, just spent hours doing that, and this time I mixed it correctly. And I'm doing the yellow. I'm going to call this one Limoncello. The yellow, I think I started with 5 drops, then added 3, then 2, then 3 blobs more. It just kind of came out. But again, I wanted a bold yellow color. But I am having fun doing this. I actually made some chips in hot pink, purple, and yellow, and then used them in our eco resin mold, which will come out later this week or next week. But that one I ran out of ResinCrete and I used some stuff, I forget the name of it, Perfect Cast, but it's not white, but it actually looks okay. So we'll see when that video comes out. And here again, it's just the 200 powder, 60 grams of water. Pour it, wait 20 minutes for it to dry, and demold it. So if you want to make terrazzo trays, this is a pretty easy way to do it where you don't have to sand and get it wet and sand because that glue and water mixture or just the liquid part of the eco resin makes a perfectly shiny top. And you have really cute terrazzo trays as an end result. If you want to try out ResinCrete and these terrazzo trays yourself, check out our description area for a 10% off coupon off any products at JDictionCraft.com.